Here's how to S-rank every boss in Aisle 1 of Cuphead. This first part of the game is not too hard to come back to and get a perfect score on each one, but they each definitely offer a new set of challenges not seen before. These tutorials were originally uploaded to this app, and YouTube Shorts, so go drop a follow there if you like what you see here. I wanted to re-upload them all into one for your viewing experience, starting with Goopy is the first of two bosses that you fight in the game, and safe to say he's the easiest by a landslide. You could even argue that he's easier to S-rank, since by the time you unlock Expert Mode, you already beat the game, and getting a perfect score on Goopy is pretty easy compared to the other bosses you just had to fight. Since this guy is such a cakewalk, I'm going to show you how to beat him in under a minute. His first phase is basically the same, but he's slightly faster compared to regular. To deal the most damage possible, follow his pattern, and each time he hits the ground, spray him with spread bullets. About every 5 to 7 bounces, he'll do a lunge attack, and if you're fast enough, you'll only have to deal with it once or twice. Make sure to use spread heavy during this. In phase 2, he pops the perk 30 and he grows twice as big. This is the only time you can get parries via the question marks that pop up, and you must get all 3 for the S rank. Use 1 or 2 roundabout EXs at the start and keep following him with the spread shots. Instead of a lunge, he'll pull a Mike Tyson and swing a hook which you have to duck. After he dies in phase 3, you fight his gravestone, which moves side to side in a predictable pattern. You should have 5 cards at this point, and you can destroy him by entering his hitbox and using the spread EXs, which do massive damage. Watch out for his pounding attacks, and you should beat him in no time. This is the first boss people usually fight in the game, and it consists of Sal Sputter, Ollie Bulb, and Chauncey Chantony, who offer more variety than Goopy and pose a slight increase in difficulty overall. Sal greets you at the start of the fight, and he'll spit 3 dirt balls followed by 1 parryable worm. The best strategy is to get right up in his face with spread shots and jump over the obstacles to predict when they'll come out, since they're very telegraphed. After his first volley, switch to roundabout to avoid killing him too quickly and parry the second worm. Finally, jump over the first dirt ball of the third volley and dash to parry the last worm. And once you get all 3, don't be afraid to pulverize him. Next up is Ollie. He'll sprout up from the ground in the middle of the screen and start crying tears that fall fast. Some of these are parryable, but it's very risky to go for them. Spam spread and roundabout EXs and he'll go down very quickly. Chauncey is the last mini boss, and since he doesn't have a hurt box, you can jump and use spread EXs like on Goopy for big damage. If you're using Miss Chalice, double jump so all 8 shots of the EX will land. Some players might get tripped up here, since he sends out carrots and uses his psychic attack at the same time. Hold down the lock button while using roundabout to break the carrots, and dash out of the way of his beam to get the S rank easily. These guys offer a pretty big step up in difficulty from Goopy in the Root Pack. This is one of only 2 bosses where you fight 2 opponents at once, and in each phase, they throw out attacks simultaneously, making for some really difficult patterns. In phase 1, they're both at the right side of the screen. Ribby, the shorter frog, throws out a volley of 5 rapid punches, 2 of which will be parryable. Croaks will spit out several fireflies, which can be killed with a few roundabout shots. Go up to them at the start of the fight and use your spread shots up close, with roundabout EXs that do maximum damage if they hit both of their hitboxes. There's also a couple of ways to go about your parries here. If the first fist is parryable, the last one will also be. If the second one is parryable, the fourth one will be. And if the third fist is parryable, the last one will be. You can dodge the first 3 punches, then parry the corresponding fist. Or if you're good enough, parry both in the same volley. Be careful though, the fireflies can be very annoying and you want to make sure you're dealing with them before they get in your way. In phase 2, Ribby goes to the other side of the stage. He can either throw out more punches, this time being a volley of 3, one of which being parryable, or he can clap his hands to make these spinning planets that bounce up and down the screen. With every clap, Ribby alternates which direction he sends them out. During this, Croaks turns into a fan and tries to blow you towards Ribby, which changes the physics of your movement. Try to let him blow you out of the way of Ribby's attacks, while dashing when necessary. Once you've done enough damage, Croaks opens his mouth to let Ribby be engulfed by him, then they turn into a slot machine. Keep in mind, during this phase transition, you can't deal any damage to them, and you can only build up your super, so don't waste any cards here. As a slot machine, they are also immune to taking damage, and they spin out coins at fast intervals. Jump over the first one and let every other one fly past you. After 5 coins, you can parry their fist to open up the slot machine. Here, you can either spin 3 frogs, 3 tigers, or 3 bulls. Regardless of which one you get, you you should pre-fire roundabout shots and use an EX right when the slot opens up. If you get frogs, jump over them and try to match their speed, dashing when needed. If it's tigers, wait for a gap in between the ball and the platforms and jump in between. And if it's bulls, jump over the platforms with the laser shooting down and run under the ones with the laser pointing up. This is the hardest part by far, but keep up your endurance and you'll take them down after 2 or 3 cycles. Hilda Berg is not only the first plane boss, but by far the most complicated boss on IL-1. The fight is composed of 3 intermission phases, her constellation phases, being Gemini and Sagittarius respectively, and her final moon phase. This fight has 6 total phases, and every other one is an intermission phase. She'll start by laughing laughs at you that can deal damage, which move horizontally away from her at the position she was at. She also sends out these little drones, which can either be purple or green. The purple ones shoot out 1 bullet that can sometimes be parried, and the green ones shoot 5 bullets in a spread-like pattern. Her final attack here is a tornado she conjures that tracks your current position, and you must shrink to dodge it. After phase 1, she zips left across the screen, so be careful. She then returns to her original position and transforms into the constellation of Gemini. Her only attack here is a spinning disc she spawns that shoots out bullets vertically either up or down. They then spin clockwise or counterclockwise for 1 full rotation before disappearing. When the first one appears, this purple drone will shoot out a pink bullet that I recommend parrying. If you use 2 EXs and keep consistent damage on her, you should be able to do enough damage to where she only sends out 1 disc. After phase 3, she becomes the constellation of Sagittarius. This one can be really annoying, since he shoots arrows accompanied by 3 stars that home in on you. After his first shot, another purple drone will shoot a pink bullet, which again, you should parry. If you have enough cards built up, use your bomb when the stars are close enough to him to both deal damage and get rid of the stars. If you miss the other parries, it's not a big deal since there are a lot of them in phase 5. If a green drone is accompanied by a purple drone, the purple one will shoot a parryable bullet. After phase 5, she starts tweaking and turns into a waxing crescent moon. Like Ribby and Croaks, she cannot be damaged during this, and this is a pretty long animation. From all the time you get to build up your cards, you should have another bomb ready, and you should use it as soon as you can. Stars will come from the right side of the screen, which can damage you, but some are parryable. Eventually, she pops out her face like a cuckoo clock and sends out red and brown colored UFOs. The red ones will shoot out a laser after you go past them, and the brown ones will try to anticipate when you go past them. When dodging the red ones, try hugging the bottom of the screen to also avoid the stars. Keep using your EXs and she'll go down in no time. Cagney has the most drastic changes in expert mode, and also serves as the final boss for IL-1. At the start of the fight, the only attack he uses is his machine gun head that spews seeds up in the air. He shoots 5 at a time, and one of them is always parryable. When the blue one lands on the ground, they sprout up as little chomping plants that slowly home towards you, which is why Roundabout is great for this fight. If you miss the pink one, it comes back as this really annoying orange plant that can only be killed when it opens its mouth to shoot at you. This projectile is also parryable. Make sure you parry at least 3 of the seeds before he switches up. In phase 2, he becomes much less overwhelming and uses his normal attacks. He can either lunge to the top or the bottom of the stage, or he can spawn in sycamore seeds, which fly across the stage at the top and bottom sections, and acorns in a group of 4 that home in on you. His lunge is pretty self-explanatory. Just move to the top or bottom depending on which side he chooses. When he pulls out the magic hands, you just duck under the sycamore seed and wait for the first acorn to reach you before jumping and dashing over all 4 of them. Things become much more interesting in phase 3, when he gets a little upset and turns the bottom section of the stage into a death trap. Here, he chooses 2 platforms at a time to grow onto and attempt to hit you. He also spits out pollen towards you, which you must avoid. Some of these are parryable, but if you already got 3 seeds, don't worry about it. A really easy strat here is to jump to the platform closest to his face and crouch while shooting him. You can duck under the pollen while jumping and using an EX if he tries to pierce you with the thorns. Once you get the rhythm, you've successfully S-ranked all of IL-1 and can move on to IL-2.